Everyone is talking about the Bitcoin spot ETF from BlackRock. Bitcoin spot ETF backed by Bitcoin is going to be so bullish. It's going to kickstart Bitcoin in a massive bull market. And yeah, guys, I just want to have a talk about that in today's video because I think it's quite interesting how everyone can be so bullish on a Bitcoin spot ETF. Well, actually, it is not bullish at all. Yes, you heard that right. A Bitcoin ETF is, at least in the shorter term time frame, definitely not bullish. It might be bullish right now because right now the rumors are going that this ETF is coming sooner or later. But once this ETF is approved, I can tell you already right now, it won't be bullish. And I've seen this before, guys, because, and I want to talk with you about this. This is very interesting. We talk a little bit about the mindset, about the emotional sentiment of the markets, right? So an ETF is backed by real Bitcoin. So that means that once a Bitcoin spot ETF is launching, then when institutions want to buy Bitcoin with that ETF, that Bitcoin that they buy, that needs to be backed by real Bitcoin. So that Bitcoin really needs to be bought. So that's why everyone thinks it's bullish, because if it's not backed by Bitcoin, then it doesn't really matter, right? It couldn't drive the price of Bitcoin up. It needs to be backed by Bitcoin. So there is a on-ramping, there's an onboarding from institutions. They can buy Bitcoin. Real Bitcoin is being scooped off the markets and the price goes up. That's how simple it is, right? And I see on Twitter so many influencers, Twitter accounts, they all talk about that this ETF is so bullish. But I think, like, where were you in 2017? Because in 2017, guys, we have seen the Bitcoin futures ETF being launched. And I can share with you already, like, this is quite interesting. The Bitcoin futures contract were first introduced in December 2017. And then some people might say, yeah, but those Bitcoin futures ETFs are not backed by real Bitcoin. No, that's not true. They are backed by real Bitcoin. So the Bitcoin futures are backed by real Bitcoin. Then, guys, when we have a look at the Bitcoin chart, let me show you what we were basically doing in 2017 on December. We were at the end of the bull market. Bitcoin peaked out, while we actually just launched a futures Bitcoin ETF, which is backed by Bitcoin. Institutions could enter, and everyone was talking right here, very logical, that will drive Bitcoin to 100,000 US dollars. And I gotta be honest with you guys, like, I'm gonna be really honest, I was one of those guys. That's how I know this so by heart, because I was one of these guys thinking, because of listening to the news, like, oh yeah, all of these institutions come now because of this futures ETF. We're right now trading at 20,000 US dollars. I won't sell before 100,000 US dollars. When I listen to myself, it's ridiculous, because now I understand more the psychology behind it, right? So the rumors of a futures ETF was already, like, right here, early 2017, maybe even already in 2016, right? There are the rumors already. And what do you think? Like, on the rumors, people are starting to accumulate. But what do you think that the CME futures or BlackRock is when they are announcing, hey guys, we're going to do a Bitcoin spot ETF in 2023. We're going to try to approve. Don't you think they already have a shitload of Bitcoins in their storage to offer to their investors? Because when the price of Bitcoin later is higher, they can make an immense profit on that, of course. BlackRock and all of these guys are actually well known of screwing up their own clients. So what they do, and let me explain to you, this is basically what I think how they work. Yeah, so they scoop up Bitcoin. Most likely they have scooped up Bitcoin at the bottom of this bear market, because, come on, dude, we are just a YouTube channel. We already knew that it was Bitcoin's bottom. We went all in on the low of Bitcoin, around 15,000 US dollars. Well, to be honest, guys, if we know that and if we can do that, then BlackRock also can do that, because they have for sure the best in-house analysts, the best in-house algorithms, which all predict these kind of things, right? They really riding these markets profitable. They're riding in front of these markets, creating trends. They are really They are so influential, I think it's difficult for us to comprehend with our mind right here on a YouTube channel, trading Bitcoin a little bit, okay? So they already scooped up Bitcoin early on. And then rumors come out. Oh yeah, this Bitcoin futures ETF is coming. And some leaks are coming. They heard things getting approved. Drives the price up. And then once the approval actually hits the market, it is official. It is approved. Everyone is aware of it. Okay, it's approved. And now everyone already bought before on that rumor, right? Also those institutions, they already bought, and then the price just plummets. So I don't think this Bitcoin spot ETF will be that much different. Definitely not. I think it will be actually the same event as we have seen in 2017. So once this is being approved, I'm going to be leaning to the bearish side, but you can disagree with me, of course. This time it's different. I don't really believe in that. So if you want to become bearish with me when this Bitcoin spot ETF is being launched, make sure to subscribe down below, hit the bell icon, because this small YouTube channel is going to outperform most traders in this bull market, because this is already my third cycle that I'm in. And yeah, I can just already see exactly the same playbook playing out the previous cycle and the cycle before. So that's why I feel I am one of the ones that are actually bearish on this news, this Bitcoin ETF. And I got good reasons for that, because we have seen this already in the past. It's not something new. It's just a repetition, right? So everyone will going to tell you on podcasts, on YouTube, this Bitcoin ETF will be so bullish. It will onboard institutions. It is backed by real Bitcoin. The regular financial structures have finally a chance to roll into Bitcoin, to invest safely into Bitcoin with insurances and so on. But in the end, once this is being launched, the price will drop significantly and maybe even mark the top of this bull market. That's what I think. And could it be this time different? Of course. Nobody knows exactly what is going to happen in the future, right? The only thing that we can do, look at the past, see how it behaved, see the human psychology, see the market sentiment, see the price, analyze those things, and make an assumption for the future. And when I just see this, it feels for me like actually... It feels for me really accurate, because it feels for me we are early in the 4-year cycle. These are typical news events that happen early in the 4-year cycle. So it really makes sense to me to see all of these things, to see this news, to see people becoming bullish on it. It just really makes sense, because we have seen this like 1-to-1 already before. We have already, definitely seen this. So, guys, I just wanted to share that with you. I think, like most of you will forget about this video in the bull market, because once you are in that bull market, that is the difficult part. And I've experienced this multiple times, guys. I'm just very honest right here, sharing my thoughts and perspectives on it. I was in the previous bull market. I actually made a chart, made videos where I actually stated that I will take profits at Bitcoin between 60 and 70,000 US dollars. I don't expect Bitcoin to go higher. This was even a Shemitah, the entering of the Shemitah cycle year, which I predicted already early on right here, that 2022 will be a bear market. But here comes the big but, guys. I didn't have the conviction, I didn't have the balls to 100% exit the markets right here. I took a chunk of profits, of course, but I didn't have the balls to exit the markets 100% because of the emotional surrounding. Everyone will be extremely bullish on Bitcoin and crypto. Your parents will be bullish, your neighbors will be bullish, the news will be bullish, and this will go on for some time, which really drags you into this like euphorism, into this complete optimism on crypto. It will even feel like you don't want to own any dollars because the dollar is on the verge of collapse. This is the emotional state that you are in. It's very difficult to separate yourself from that emotional state. So that's why you actually need a strategy for that. You need a strategy to be able to convince yourself that you are in this emotional state, and that you have to take a step back, and that you have to look at the markets objectively, right? And you have to know your own weaknesses and stuff. This is all very important. So that's why I say most of you will forget about it. Most of you will actually see this video and think like, okay, this makes sense. What this guy is saying is making sense. Spot ETF approved. But then once it will be approved, you won't have that same mindset anymore. Why? There are so many energies around you that drag you into this positivity of the markets, this bullish narrative of the markets. You will forget about that it could be bearish. You won't see the possibility that it actually can be bearish. That is the whole point. So that's why it's so important that you have some strategy in place, and that's why it's also important that you subscribe to this channel, join our Telegram accounts down below in the description, because even though you might be in this emotional state, we're all going to experience that, then we can try to stay strong, and we have some things in place, we have some strategies in place which will help us at a future moment in time to convince us to do something very contrary to the most investors. So that is my planning, guys. And yeah, if you want to join me, make sure to subscribe, make sure to join the Telegram, the free Telegram we have, and we have also a Telegram, which is also for free, but basically you have to join by joining one of the exchanges down below. You will get extra information on the markets there, which altcoins to buy, when to trade Bitcoin, long and short, what's going on, like extra updates and more strategic updates than that we are doing on YouTube. So right here on YouTube, we basically talk about everything. We talk about the markets, we talk about ETFs, about the future, about cycles. But on the Telegram channel from WhaleAlerts, we really dive more into the trading strategy. I'm sharing my strategies. We're sharing altcoins that we are buying. So that's more in depth, and still it's for free. The only thing I ask in return is to be an active trader on BitGet or Bybit with the affiliate link down below. All profits will go to the further to the further developments of Whale Portal, which is anyway already helping hundreds and hundreds of people right now every single day by becoming more profitable traders. So guys, if you like this video, make sure to drop a thumbs up, and I want to wish every single one of you a beautiful day, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.